Hello, welcome back to John's Tropical Paradise. And I just got done with a lot of the cleanup in my yard. So I'm just going to be outlining a little bit of what I did, a little bit of what I cleaned up, and what I've been trimming back, and what I use in order to feed the other plants in my food forests. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to show was that I had to cut back my Areca palms. It did start to die back from the tops and the tips. So I took all of the ones that were falling off, and I guess the tops started to die back, and just chopped those up or cut them all the way to the base because they're not living anymore. But these ones have some green leaves that are starting to pop up from them, so I kind of let them be, and I'll trim out some of the extra fronds as they go along. They'll probably drop off, but yeah, you can see the top of them started to fall off. So I just kind of laid them out over here because I needed to kind of fill in this space. So, and then over here, I was able to open up some more of the light. This is the Royal Poinciana, and I chopped it back so that it can get some more light in this area. And then over here, chopped back my Mexican sunflower. And then what I do is I just lay it down right here. I took the Royal Poinciana and laid it over the top of it. This will be breaking down and feeding the plant over the next couple of months, and then I'll do it again. And then here are some of the Areca palms. Put it as a nice border. And what I also did was I put down a lot of chicken manure, just spread it all around. I usually like to put them in little piles in between the trees. So you can see I spread around a lot of chicken manure. I did that before I put down any of my mulch or any of my cuttings, so that I can get to the soil, and then the cuttings can help shade it over and help retain that moisture. Yeah, so I was able to create a nice border right here of all the Areca palms, and then cut down some of the palm fronds. A few of them got hung up in the line up there. I don't really want to mess with it. That's the internet line, so I don't want to cut off anybody's internet or anything like that, messing with that, especially when it's all caught up there. It'll fall off eventually, but it's starting to get a little bit too high for me to reach by myself without getting a ladder out there, and I'm not really gonna go too crazy trying to get them. And then the other thing that I wanted to show was how much cut back this area is. So this was a bunch of Mexican sunflower scattered all around, and then I opened up this area, my allspice tree, some light, some more things like the Soursop and Yerba mate. Get some extra light in here. And then I also was able to see a lot of the the plants popping up. This is the Imbe tree. This is looking really nice. I also cut back some of the Biden's Elba because they're starting to get the Spanish needles and the stickers on there. So I don't necessarily trim them all the way back. Just top them so that they can retain ground cover. I don't want to have bare soil. Here's another one of my Imbe, looking really nice after cleaning some of that area up. And goldenrod, almost starting to flower, almost there. And then I also noticed some other things popping up. I have this is a custard apple. Let me see what kind this is. This is juicy lemon. That is hopefully that'll grow up to be a nice sugar apple. And then I also noticed I have this is a Chempedak. Not the Chempedak or a cross, but this is the actual Chempedak. Planted this as a seedling. Didn't really think that this was going to live through the winter, but that's nice to see popping back up. And then I also see this, this is a Mamey Sapote. This was a Jamaica, but it was pretty small when I put it in. It was doing really nice and starting to grow up, but then yeah, that freeze took it back, and then now I got some shoots that's coming up from the ground. And then yeah, a lot of this area was cut back. And then also have this sugar apple starting to pop up. That's really nice. So once I start to cut it back, start to see all of these, some more sugar apples popping up. I love seeing all these new plants popping up. I also chose 1 liter out of some of my plants so that I can, so it doesn't have 2 shoots. This is the shriegating Chempedak. Should start to fill in pretty nice. And then I also took 1 liter of my ice cream bean. This will start to fill in really nice and shade out some of my other plants. These are really fast growing. And then another thing is when you chop these back, it releases, they're nitrogen fixers, so they release nitrogen through the nodules into the soil, and all the organisms help feed on it, and then they convert it into something that the plants can handle. So when you cut these back, it sends out a nice signal to the other plants to start growing. So that's why I do that every so often. And then also I cut back my fat cats grass, put that over the Mexican sunflower over here. Yeah, I like to shade it out, put the Mexican sunflower underneath it so that it can slowly release over time. And you can see how much different it looks right here. I didn't choose to cut this back just yet because I'm going to let it grow a little bit further so that I can so I don't burn it. I did notice that up here the avocado was getting burnt. You'd see how it gets sunburnt. and that's because it was exposed to the sun, and normally they're understory, so I'm gonna probably have to prune those tops back. The bottom looks fine, but gotta always take care of the plants. So yeah, here's a after video of what it looks like after I cut it back. I also trimmed back some of my sweet almond. These do like to get pruned quite a bit. Whenever you prune them, they'll shoot off a nice set of flowers. I also mowed this path. I don't go on the lowest setting. And then the next thing I'm going to probably do is, this is a graceful bamboo. Love the look of it. I'll probably start to propagate that and cut it back. So yeah, just wanted to show a little bit of the progress of what I did. Now this was a lot of hours worth of work, especially in the Florida sun. You got to start to take a lot of breaks and do things really early in the morning. If you get out there, the later you get out there, the harder and harder it is to deal with it. If you're out there in the middle of the day, then you're gonna be sweating pretty bad. It's really humid. Just got to take breaks and take care of yourself. But all right, thanks for watching, and you have a great day. Thanks. All right, bye-bye.